My Hero Academia, the new whatever the hell this one's called. I'm sure it's gonna be in the title. I think it's World Hero Mission, which I don't really like that title very much. I think it's not a very good title. It should be like I don't I don't know, like World Mission. I don't know. I don't know what they should have called it, but I don't like the title. I don't think it's a very catchy title. Flows off the tongue very well. But I did watch. Let's see if I got them right here. Do I have them? Yeah. Let me grab these. I did watch the other two My Hero movies, which back when they both came out, and I rewatched them recently before this new one came out. And I gotta say I like this one more. I do have complaints with it, but I do like this one more. I think the first two My Hero movies felt like um, stories that didn't need to be told. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're not canon. And this isn't canon either. I don't believe, anyways. But, I do not like that the stories in those movies feel that way. They feel like very inconsequential, like they don't matter. And that's fine. But it also felt like they were not stories that needed to be told. This movie was a lot better at having like stakes to it, where the threat is like worldwide. There's a cult that's like stealing people or trying to destroy people with quirks or whatever, and now we're trying to find it. And while still feeling very My Hero and having lots of humor and things like that, being what it needs to be, basically. And I appreciated that a lot about this movie. I liked, um, I liked a lot of this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really liked Deku in this movie. He added a lot of great humor to it with how much he tried to be a good guy in this movie, right? Because Deku's always a good guy, but how goody two shoes he was. That was fun. And then there's a new character that's tagging along that's really fun too. I won't spoil who that is, but yeah, you can watch the movie and find out. In regards to someone who doesn't watch the show very much, will you enjoy this movie? I think so. I'm not really caught up with the show, and I used to watch this movie and understood everything just fine. So, I think you should be able to watch this movie. You probably miss a couple things, and there's certain characters that you're probably like thinking, "What the hell are these characters?" But for the most part, you're good. So if you have like a friend who wants to see it and you haven't seen the show, maybe I don't know. Uh, I think that this is my issues with this movie is a lot of issues with the series as a whole. I just don't like how overly sappy it is. Right? There's too much crying in this show a lot and getting overly emotional about stuff, and it just at times certain scenes just drag on forever, more than they need to. But for the most part, it's okay. Like I just think it needs to there are a couple times I felt myself zoning off because just like I'm like, is this scene over yet? You know what I mean? That type of thing. Um, but for the most part, it's fine. I just I don't know. I think My Hero is a very overrated show in the sense that like it's a good show, not denying it is, but it's doesn't really do anything new to the superhero genre that it's a part of. I know maybe there just isn't a lot of superhero animes, but either way, I don't feel like it adds too much new to that genre. As someone who's very familiar with it, it's just kind of a fun show that everyone overrates higher than that. There's some good characters in it, but a lot of the characters are kind of generic archetypes, and some of them are different, like All Might, but for the most part, most of them are just kind of still pretty generic archetypes. You know what I mean? Like Bakugo's kind of the generic bully character, except but he's not sometimes, but for the most part he is. Things like that. And yeah, I like the show. I think it's a good show, so it's not like a diss to any of the fans or anything. I just think that it's not nearly as good of a show as I think people make it out to be. Not saying it's a bad show. I just think that maybe we should slow down My Hero a little bit. But I had fun with this movie. I enjoyed it. I'll probably end up watching it again like the other two. I have the other two movies, right? I like them. This one is significantly better, I would say. Has more of a reason to exist than the other two do. So good movie.